Hey everyone, my name is Emily Vanderbent and I'm an author coach as well as the author of a young adult historical fantasy series called the Crimson Time series. Today I'm going to share with you 5 different things that every author should be doing on Instagram. Most of them are fairly simple, but a lot of the times people just either don't think about them or don't actually see the value in doing these different things. So let's get started. Number 1 is engage. Instagram and really social media in general, but especially Instagram, is not a platform where you can just make your profile, put up a couple posts, maybe a reel or two here and there, and sort of like wipe your hands clean of it. It's definitely something that you need to be engaging with other people on. This engagement can be as simple as liking different people's photos or reels, saving them if it's something you want to be able to reference later, sharing them to your stories so other people can see them, and especially dropping comments in the comments section. Maybe they asked a question, maybe something about the post inspired you, or it's something that you sort of want to comment back on. Don't be afraid to do that, because not only will you end up being engaged with that person whose post it is, but often other people who are also responding in the comments will see what you said and engage back with you as well. Story-wise, if you're sort of scrolling through stories as well, if someone put up a poll or a question box, you want to make sure that anytime that you have a good response for different things like that, that you're participating in them, because every sort of interaction that you have with a person takes you farther from just being sort of this nameless, faceless profile to them to being like an actual human being that they can put a face to, and that they start actually interacting with you back. The other thing that you can do engagement wise is DMing, and that sort of brings me to number 2, which is collaborations. Collaborations are awesome. They can take on a million different formats, and really the limit is your imagination and what you and the people that you're collaborating with can come up with. These can be anything from like just grabbing a couple other indie authors and seeing if they want to do like a pass the book reel. Or maybe you guys want to end up doing like a live stream on YouTube or an Instagram live. Maybe you want to collaborate with a bookish business to do some merch for your brand or your book. Again, the possibilities are limitless, but they're so fun, and not only do they get you sort of engaging with someone else and further like developing relationships with people, but anytime that you post about that collaboration or they post about that collaboration, both of you are reaching both of you are reaching a wider platform than you would otherwise just by yourself, because you are getting your stuff and your information, your book, your brand in front of their audience. And then the same for them. They're getting their book, their brand, their business, whatever it is, in front of your audience. So it's a great way to sort of grow together and help one another. Number 3 is diversified content. Instagram especially is a really great platform for diversifying content because it has a variety of different types of content that you can upload. You have the traditional sort of like static posts that Instagram started off as, where you could do some sort of like graphic or a photograph, and then include some engaging copy in like the body below it. You can also do reels, which are really fun, and sort of right now at least what the algorithm is boosting a lot more than those static posts. You can do other things like longer form video content in the Instagram TV feature. So if you have maybe a longer form like live stream or something that you did on YouTube, you can share that same video right there on your Instagram TV. You can also do things like microblogging. You could do that in the actual body text of a static graphic or a photo, which is where you'll usually see it. Or you could do that in a reel. Usually the text that goes with reels is a little bit shorter, because the reel itself is really where you want most of the information to be. But you could do it within reels as well. Instagram also has a feature called Instagram Live. And so like I was talking about with collaborations, you can even just go live by yourself and field questions from the audience or share something about your day. Maybe you're in the middle of writing and you have really, really bad writer's block. hop on an Instagram live, engage with your audience a little bit, and maybe it goes away by the end of it. Really just the key for Instagram diversifying content, and really just diversifying content in general, is that you never really know where your audience is, how people are going to find you, your book, and connect with you. Some people would prefer to sit and sort of scroll through reels as the way that they retain information. Other people would rather like sit down and watch a longer form video to really kind of get into the nitty gritty of something. Other people want to pop on those live streams and like be able to actually engage with you as an author, because that's pretty cool. You're an author, like own that and have fun with it. Engage with your readers and engage with potential readers and other indie authors as well. You really just want to make sure that no matter where potential readers in your audience might be, that they have a way to find you. Number 4 is link to a landing page. So in the bio of your Instagram profile, you have the option to include a URL link. A lot of people will tend to just link this directly to their website, which you can definitely do. I have mine, and I have my website linked there just because most of the information I want people to be able to access is right there on my website anyway. But some people have sort of additional information that's not necessarily on their website, but that they want people to be able to access through their Instagram, and sort of direct them to other places to find them, to listen to different podcasts or things that they've been on, interviews, blogs that they've written, features that they've had, things like that. Instagram used to allow you to put in different things like a link tree or a bio site, if you're familiar with sort of either of those terms. Where you can, it's just one URL that links to all of those different things, and you can sort of piecemeal what that information looks like. And technically you can still put a link tree or a bio site in your Instagram bio. But what Instagram actually does, because they don't like that, is they kind of squash you with the algorithm. They don't let your profile be seen as much because of the fact that you're directing people off of their platform to another platform. And so the way to sort of like hedge around that is, if you're not just connecting to your website, then create a separate place on your website that is just a landing page, and where you can put sort of that additional information that's not on your website itself. And then that link is what you'll want to put in your Instagram bio. Number 5 is share your journey. It sounds super simple, and really it is, but it's sort of the crux of any social media profile platform engagement. People tend to sort of stress out about social media and what they're going to post and how fancy it's going to be, and trying to match trends in the algorithm and everything like that. And not to say that you shouldn't pay attention to trends and try to get the algorithm to work in your favor, because when you do, that does end up panning out better for you, and try to align to that as close as you can. But like, when in doubt, I always fall back on just the element of share your journey. As an author, you're going to have sort of 2 different types of people who are connected with you, who are following you and sort of engaging back with you on your profile, Instagram specifically, but kind of in general as well. You'll have writers. So there's going to be other writers wanting to engage with you as a writer. They want to learn from you, you want to learn from them, and you want to sort of just present a profile on a platform where you can do that. So you want to share different things about like your writing process and sort of the behind the scenes type stuff, and really get into the nitty gritty of like how you breathe life into a story. The other sort of group of people that you're going to be engaging with and who are going to be following you are readers or potential readers. And so those people, while they're still interested in sort of those behind the scene things, and like, again, how you breathe life into a story, they're also wanting to know more specifics of the story itself. So they're going to want to know different things about your characters, different things about sort of the world that you're building. They're going to want to know like quotes from the book, the different tropes that are in the book. And all of those different things can really just come back to the share your journey element. You don't necessarily have to sit down and try to specifically plan out when you're going to share different parts of the journey. It is definitely helpful. But the more you can just be real and raw and authentic, the more people are going to be drawn to you and your profile, because that's what people want nowadays. They don't want like the polished, prim, perfect like profile or presence. Like, yes, they're drawn to aesthetics to a degree, but people really want just sort of you and like the rawness of author life and like being a human, which is the good, the bad, everything in between. And so if you're at a coffee shop one day and it's super cute and you were really excited to just get out and work from a different environment, share that with people. If you just sat down for an hour and had the worst case of writer's block you've ever had, talk about it, because I guarantee you're not the only one who is stuck in that moment with writer's block. You're going to have a lot of other authors in the comments interacting with you on that and sharing encouraging words. Maybe you just had a fantastic writing session. You cranked out a bunch of words and you wrote one of the best like quotes that you've ever written for your book, and you're super excited about it. If it doesn't spoil anything for your readers, share it with them. Again, like don't think too much about it. Try not to like overanalyze it or anything like that. Just sort of like let it be instinctual and natural, and curate sort of the kind of platform that you want to interact with and that you want to present as your brand and your book to everybody. And Instagram is a really great way to do that, but make sure you're doing all these 5 things. That's all I've got for you guys today. As always, if you have any questions related to writing, author life, publishing, editing, go ahead and drop those in the comments. And if you found this helpful or want to know when more of our videos will be going live, go ahead and hit that like button.